Hey guys, Allison Gardner here. Do you guys know what scares me? I have been an actor most of my life, meaning that when I felt like there was something for me to share, I've just shared it. And I've just gone in and invested and done it. And now I am finding that is so much harder. And I've been pondering a lot about why that is, about why I am scared, what my fears are. And what I've realized is that my top 4 fears are: first, that someone is going to tell me I need to stop. And that this isn't something that I should do. Second, I am afraid that someone is going to tell me that I am just looking for fame or for fortune or for attention through the pain of my spouse. Third, I am afraid that people will feel like I'm just being melodramatic, that the things that I share really aren't that big of a deal, and I'm being euphemistic, or I'm hinting and being sly about things, when the stuff that I share is just too real to try and put into words. The stuff that I feel is so close to my heart that I don't know how to say it more plainly. And this is my story, but there is a story, it is also the story of someone I love very much, and so I can only share my part of it. And so that means that I go very carefully out of love. And fourth, I'm afraid to become the person that I once was. This story is very real to me and very upfront to me, and so I don't know how I'm telling it. I don't know what it sounds like to anybody else. But to just lay it out, I am not the same person that I was 18 months ago. I am not the same person I was a year ago. I am not the same person that I was 6 months ago. The me that a year ago was just about ready to enter counseling was a me that was very angry and very bitter, and very numb. Now that might not sound like they all go together, but I knew that there was stuff inside of me that was very painful, and I did not want to touch it. And so I buried it under a layer of ice. And so it didn't matter what was going on, I just iced it. I didn't want to feel it, I wasn't ready to deal with it. And eventually that ice turned into cold anger and frustration. And it didn't matter whether my husband or myself or our marriage was in an up or a down. I was just holding on to all of this anger. And guys, there were downs, but as I mentioned, I'm trying to go carefully. Anyway, and so there were both, but it didn't matter which one of them we were facing. I just was holding on to this anger. And so I did end up going to therapy and talking and sharing, but I shared the anger, and I shared the frustration and a little bit of the numb. But I didn't dare share what was underneath, because I was moving forward and I was letting some stuff go. And so I just thought that the more that I let go and the more of the top layer stuff that I let go, that I would be okay and I could just keep moving forward. And I would never have to go back there because I was a new person. And so all of this new stuff had covered all of the old stuff. But as I felt prompted and made the decision to share, seeking and hoping to find someone who, whether they were in the numb stage or in the angry stage or in the hurt stage, could know that there are other people out there that are feeling it. Feeling prompted to share. All of the stuff that I had buried under the numb is coming up. And it scares me. Because I'm afraid of what I'll find. I was talking to a dear friend today, and I said, I don't know how to be okay with all of the stuff that happened. She looked at me and she said, why do you have to be okay with that? Like, you saw really painful stuff. Why should you be okay with that? And I realized that there is a part of me that still wants to bury it, that still is afraid of it. But I also realized that I don't want to carry it around anymore. I don't want to give that to any future children we might have. I don't want to give that to the people that I work with because it's heavy. And so I was scared, and I thought, I'm just not going to do these videos anymore because, and guys, this is like number 5 or 6 or 7, I don't know. Anyway, I was like, I'm just not going to do them anymore because it hurts. And that's the very reason why you process it. And as I was thinking about that hurt, I went, what's the point of going through that again? What's the point of bringing up and caring about it again? And I very distinctly heard a voice in my head. Because I'll go through it with you this time. The thing about what I was going through the first time around is that I had buried the numb because I had buried it under numb because I felt alone. I knew God was still there. I didn't feel like he was mad at me, but I was mad at him because I was in the victim mode, like I talked about the other day. And I thought for sure that God was putting more on me than I could handle, and so I stepped back. And so everything that happened was just to me, and I had to process it alone, and I had to handle things, and I had to face the heartbreak and the terror alone. And so I buried it and I held on to it. And now I'm in a place where I realize I'm not alone, and that I feel like that channel is open to me again. And for me, I need that channel to heal. And so I realize what a gift it is to know that I don't have to do this alone. I don't have to face it. And it made me even more want to help other people. The purpose of Empowering Lower Lights is we all need a higher power. We all need a connection with something bigger than ourselves. And there are times in our lives where we don't feel it. And so we need someone who can feel it for us. And so I hope to help those who can't feel it. So that you know you are not bad, you are not awful, you have not done anything wrong. You're just in a dark pit and you don't know where the light is. That's okay. There can be light and there can be hope again. Know that. And I learned some very powerful and important things that I want to share. So I hope you'll keep coming back. And I've gone lots of places and lots of directions, and I don't know what you'll take from it. All I know is that what I take from it is burying it isn't good enough. Because at some time, in some way, at some point, it's going to come back up. I also learned I don't have to face it all at once. So let's keep feeling and trying again. And know that you are not alone in not feeling. You are not alone in your anger, because we all feel it. The entire human race feels it. Don't force it, but when it comes, accept it. And I'm excited to go on this journey with you, because I know it will be a journey.